shaking it. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something both different and uncannily similar. Today I'm going to be building the Keychron Q1. The Q1 comes in some nice clean packaging, lots of holographic designs and text, very appeasing to my lizard brain. Inside the box you'll find a manual that I only really read to change the lighting, the classic hot swap warning, a bag of extra gaskets and screws, an OK coiled mini aviator cable, and another diagram for the Mac layout. But let's get to the real meat of this. I got the Barebones version in the all black colorway. Duh. So no switches or keycaps in the packaging. It comes with an aluminum plate, probably the best reviewed factory lube stabs I've heard, 5-pin south-facing hot swap sockets, both Mac and Windows functionality, inside of an all aluminum case with a very clean but very familiar design and a very comfortable typing angle. But enough of all this boring spec talk, let's actually tear into this thing, huh? On the bottom of the board you'll find 8 screws holding the top and bottom housing together. After removing all the screws, be careful about separating the top and bottom housing. The daughter board's connected with a ribbon cable, and I really just don't trust those. The top housing and its pingy resonance is a big problem with this board, but we'll be solving that a little bit later. The gaskets on this board are attached to the plate, but unlike the GMMK Pro, these offer a lot more to the typing feel as they aren't entirely compressed when the board is fully assembled. We're going to separate the plate and the PCB by removing the 6 gold screws holding them together. Once the plate has been removed, we can ditch the plate foam as always. Ew. And now we can get to the stabilizers. Now, as I mentioned previously, the stabs on the Q1 are probably the best factory lube stabs in any board out there. Sound tests anywhere will show that these sound great out of the box for your everyday keyboard user. I, however, am not your average keyboard user. I'm a wannabe enthusiast with second-rate boards. So I'm going to be swapping them out with a set of Durock V2 screw-in stabs. This is actually the first time I've gotten to use these. The GK68XS used plate mount, and the first run plates on the GMMK Pro's tolerances were like too tight for these to fit somehow. But let me tell you, these were so easy to mod, and you can tell that they were made that way. They have all of the community sprays for a reason. So I set them up with the Holy Mod, lubed the housings with 205 grade 0, and applied a generous amount of the same to the wires as well. Nothing crazy. Once you have them all installed, we can start to reassemble this. Now, here's where we tackle that resonance from the top housing. I want to credit Keybored with this mod. He was the first person I saw present the idea, but if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. I'll link his video in the description. I'm going to create a force break between the top and bottom housings using some of the scraps from a sheet of switch films. In Keyboard's video, he used masking tape, and honestly, I recommend that you use something adhesive as well, especially after the struggle I went through to keep all of this in place. However, if you have to make do, a little bit of patience will get you similar results, and I was already committed. I placed my pieces of switch film around the entire perimeter of the top case, and eventually secured the bottom housing to it with all the little scraps in place. And you can already hear the benefits of this mod. No ping or resonance at all. Now for the switches, I'm finally changing it up from the Gap Black inks. This time I'm using some Boba U4Ts. Lubed with Tribosys 3203 using Gazoo's recommended lubing method. Lastly, for the keycaps, I'm using the Acco ASA keycaps in the Wave colorway. Now, normally this is not the color scheme I would go for, but this is a work keyboard and it matches great for its purpose. So this is it. This is my Keychron Q1. All in all, this was a very unique board to build. As a proud member of Linear Gang, the U4Ts were a very different typing experience, but I've been wanting to give a good Tactile a shot. The board is a bit higher pitched than I tend to go for, but I think that might have to do with the ASA profile keycaps. I think I might go back and try the tape mod on this. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. Aesthetically, it turned out great. The keycaps matched the badge I got for it, but I didn't show it here because it's a company logo and there's no affiliation or anything. The force break mod almost completely eliminated the ping from the top and bottom case unless I really hammer some of the modifiers. In my opinion, the Q1 is a great beginner budget board that brings a lot of cool features to the table. Links to everything I used will be in the description, and as always, thanks for watching. A like, comment, or subscribe really goes a long way. I have a couple more really cool boards on the way, so I'll see you all in the next one.